Special thanks to Comrade Monkey for providing today's MSM draw. Submit your prompt with the hashtag MSM draw to get yours drawn in a future video. Alright, so we're going to be starting with Flores, because even though it was the last magical monster to be released, it's actually the first of the 4 magical islands in the map selection. Since we're only going to be converting magical elementals into other magical elementals, we're only going to think about, for the sake of this video, a psychic, a fairy, and a bone Flores. I mean, I can sort of see, because Thermite's brains and psychic projection, Juggler is telekinesis, Galactic is hypnotism, the Ruba is sort of like a psychedelic experience because it's a hipster. The Bonkers, I guess, could hit their heads and see stars. There's just sort of, it's a general mystic and magical theme going on. So really, I think anything can go with a psychic theme. Fairy monsters have just got to resemble things from a fairy tale or be whimsical, and bone monsters, they're bones. So I can totally see Psychic Flores as have a gypsy trope with a dress and a crystal ball. A fairy Flores could just look like a standard pixie. You don't want to have too deep of a theme for a single elemental because it needs to represent the general element. And for a bone Flores, I can see maybe the arms could be intestines like the Collecula's feet, and the dress that it taps on could be spines or rib cages or some sort of bone that make a xylophone sound. So let's get on that right now. So we're halfway through, and I think we're doing pretty good. I changed up the face of the bone Flores. Only one I'm not too sure about is the fairy Flores, but we'll touch that up once we apply actual ink and color. I am a genius who forgot to turn on my time-lapse recording, so you should be seeing the overall view in addition to this top-down perspective. All right, let's add ink and color. Dum diddly dum 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 dum. 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 Dum diddly dum dum dum. Dum diddly dum dum dum. Dum diddly dum 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 dum. Dum diddly You know, I'll go ahead and say that I think they look pretty cool. Psychic Flores probably is my favorite, and Fairy turned out really good. Alright, so now we can get started on their mind. We need to make a light, a fairy, and a bone reconstruction of the Thermite. So what I'm thinking about doing is, for light, this shape can be like a light bulb. A light bulb mechanical looking thing. For fairy, you can just turn him into an elf, I'm thinking. And for bone, I'm thinking we can have like his skull cracked open, you can see the brain through, and then maybe a little bit of skeleton so you can see the anatomy of their mind. No! Okay, so with Flutefly, we have a couple of options. For Light, I was thinking there's not a certain theme we can take with him, but we can change him to make him look like a light monster. So make him smooth like Flores, make him gray, and maybe the membranes between his wings can light up and his little pipe piece can be emitting light. For Psychic, what I want to do is take away his wings entirely and put like some sort of third eye projection above his horns. So he's basically using telekinesis to levitate. And for Bone, this mask could be the skull of another creature, and I want to make him resemble a vampire bat. I'm just gonna say what everyone's thinking. Bone Flutefly is the best. I love the colors, I love the eyes. I also love the eyes of the Psychic one, but you know, Bone Flutefly is where it's at. Light's cool, but oh my gosh, that Bone Flutefly. Last but not least, we have the Collecula. Now, I've done some thinking, and I think I have some ideas with what we can turn this Collecula into. So Light, I'm thinking like an anglerfish, and this part could be the little lure that it catches the fish with, and they're gonna have like these crab claws, so like an anglerfish looking thing. For Psychic, I forgot what Psychic is going to be. Oh yes, put the eyeballs in the hands, because you know the Psychic trope of having the eye in the palm of your hand. Well, we can do one of those. And for Fairy, I'm thinking gingerbread man. Turn the Collecula into a gingerbread man. I am liking the designs for these monsters, but you know, Psychic doesn't really seem that coherent of a theme. I went with what I had in mind, and although it looks neat, I don't know if I would pick that to represent the Collecula Psychic. So that is it for today's episode. I hope you have enjoyed looking at these theoretical what-ifs if these magical monsters were a different element. If you like what you saw, consider liking and subscribing because it helps me get my content to other people who have never heard of me.
That's about all for now. Stay tuned next week for a very interesting theory about Wublins. This has been Creeptanium, and I will see you guys later.